Good luck, family! Welcome to the 35th edition of the LUCKDOWN. Guys, we are live from the couch today, and I have poured myself a little sneaky gin and tonic because we are finally in South Africa allowed to have a gin and tonic, which is really exciting. I'm not a big drinker, but I thought just to celebrate and with all of you guys who are really stoked that we can finally have one, cheers to you guys. Grab one, grab a glass of wine. You know you can, you know you want to. And welcome to this Wednesday night, guys. We've got a crazy lineup for you tonight. For those of you who don't know, this is LUCKDOWN. We're here to support positivity. We're here to support good vibes. We're literally here to try and make sure that you are feeling as awesome as you possibly can during this whole COVID-19 lockdown situation. So comment in the stream, talk to us. We're reading your comments. We'll interact with you. We'll engage. Comment live. We want to hear from all of you guys. And then just a quick shout out, guys. Patreon. Okay, we've spoken about this before, and a lot of people have said to me, "What is Patreon? We don't understand what it is." So just really quickly, if you love what we do here on the LUCKDOWN, if you love good luck, and if you want to support us, that's what Patreon is. It's a community. It's a subscription-based service where you can choose your level, so you can be like beginner, middle, or like super fan, and depending on what you choose depends on how much we give you and how much we interact with you and how much we just have a family relationship. So please do support us, guys. It's easy. You click on it, you choose your level. We got the lucky ones, and the link is right here. You can check it out. We got the lucky ones, the luckier ones, and the luckiest ones. And also, little sweetener, if you click between now and the weekend, we have a surprise, a big surprise coming up over the weekend that we're first going to be announcing to our patrons before anyone else. So you can join. It's only $5. It's not a lot. Join up, and if you get sick of it, if you get sick of us, you can always unsubscribe. But we would love to have your support if you guys are keen to do that and show your love for the band. So who is on the show tonight? Crazy cool lineup. First of all, we got Tracey-Lee. She is a body positivity personality. Now, that is an influencer I can totally get behind. That is something that we very, very, very much believe in as a band, and also I think just as a community. It shouldn't matter what size you are. You should be positive about your body. If you're really, really skinny or really, really big, you should love yourself and love your body and love the skin that you're in. So I'm going to be chatting to her and what that means. Then we're going to give you a sneak peek into our Good Luck Diary, all the little adventures that we got up to as a band. If you're interested, we're going to catch you up on all that. And then we're also chatting to the amazing Julia Church. Guys, let me just tell you, if you've never seen Julia Church live, you have got to stick around. If for nothing else, stick around for her performance, because honestly, she's one of my favorite singer-songwriters and has the voice like nothing I've ever heard before. She's going to blow you away, and she's going to be performing for you right at the end of the show. But first up, someone who's really cool, who's blowing up on TikTok. He's got like 9 million followers on TikTok or something crazy. He's super entertaining. He's from the middle of the country. His name is Vian the Magician, and he's going to be taking us through a couple of his tricks, and then he's also going to be chatting to us. So first up, a little snapshot of his magic, and then we're going to be chatting on the LUCKDOWN to Vian the Magician. Here we go.
Lotto tickets. Watch, I'm just going to fold them like this. 1, 2, 3. Money.
Oh! Watch the water turn to Coke. Watch the 20.
Ja. No, yes, I don't.
That's for you, man. That's for you. The money, yeah? See the bill?
Watch my shoelace. Just give it a shake like that. Solid? It's hard, right?
What?
Watch the ring.
I get it all.
Yes.
I have a card with a hole through it, okay? Watch. The hole comes off.
Just tickle it like that. To make the spider come back, just wave your hand over the screen.
Watch.
No way.
Just point to one. Watch the burger.
Whoa. Whoa. Wow.
2 bills, just cut them straight through the middle. Go ahead. Just like that. Now watch, are they cut?
Yes.
Are you sure? Watch. This straw you gave me is like a little way too big, man. Look. Phone, balloon,
yes.
watch.
I'm checking them.
Some water for me and some water for you. Turn around in a circle. Watch this. Try it. Go ahead, try. Wow, well done. Empty.
Oh my goodness, V and the Magician. Those tricks blew my mind. I can't believe it. It's unreal, dude, what you're doing. It's so crazy. And on the line, I've got with me here on the LUCKDOWN, V and the Magician. How are you doing today? Are you good?
I'm doing very well. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for being on the show. You know what? It's a crazy story that you have. I mean, you started out, apparently you were watching the Ellen show and you saw a magician doing some tricks and you were a young boy or young guy and these tricks blew your mind and you just decided, you know, this is something that I want to do. I want to learn how to recreate these tricks and how to do magic. And now, fast forward a few years, you're sitting with a TikTok following of 9.5 million people. I mean, how does that journey feel, you know, for you? Just the whole, how does the journey feel?
You know, it's been amazing. I mean, I never thought in a million years that this is what would happen. I just started doing magic because I really loved it. I never even planned like, how am I going to do a career doing this or anything like that. So I've been really blessed. But yeah, it's been a crazy ride, especially this year, I'd say.
Yeah, man, it's exploded for you. It's crazy. And these tricks or effects, I don't know whether you like to call them tricks or effects, but are they tricks that you have created yourself generally, or do you learn them? You know, what has the process been for you? Have you started inventing your own?
Yeah, so basically what happens is you study the other magicians, you look at what they've done. Their tricks are already takes on tricks that were made like 50 or 40 years ago. So you just keep reinventing. You think of new ways to do it. Now I have to think of ways to bring it to TikTok. So yeah, it's interesting. It's quite interesting. I'd say it challenges you, you know, to think outside the box and to kind of reinvent magic in a way. So yeah, in a way, I'm using what people have done all the years, but in a way, I'm also using my own type of style and tricks.
Amazing. So and I suppose you also probably, especially for TikTok, have to condense them quite, you know, into really short versions because TikTok only gives you like a minute or 15 seconds, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And you have to try to get people's attention like instantly.
Quickly,
like they
no.
don't want to see a long, even though it's an incredible trick. If it takes too long, they're going to lose interest and not watch the whole video. Yeah,
man, it's fascinating. And I just would love to know, when you are creating a trick, you know, are these skills and tricks essentially that anyone can learn to do, or is there? Maybe you don't want to answer this question, but I'm going to ask you anyway. Is there a kind of an illusion? Is there a little bit of like, you know, illusion in it, that's a bit of mind game stuff going on, or is it all kind of skills that you can learn, sleight of hand stuff?
I always say a lot of like I believe I was like born with it, you know, like having the interest to do it. But I honestly believe that anyone can do it, because but I don't mean that in a way that like, you know, you could do it like straight away. Obviously, you know, just like with music or anything, it takes time, just like learning to play an instrument.
Yeah, sure.
In fact, it's interesting to me because card magic and different types of magic all have different types of skills that you need to have. But yeah, in a way, they're all just illusions. Sometimes when you know how a trick works, it actually ruins the trick. Sometimes it's even better than the actual trick itself.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just practice. It's just that's all it is. It's just practice. It's just watching a lot of people, learning what's new, how to change this. Obviously, you have to, as you just said, understand people. Now, reading people, yes, that you do use some of that, but I'd say you learn how people react. So you'd know, okay, So if I do this trick, this person's probably going to do this. So maybe skip this or maybe do that. So it has a lot to do with people. I guess if you don't necessarily perform for people and you then all of a sudden go into the real world, you're going to have quite a big surprise. So to me, that is part of the skill.
Oh, dude, that's so cool. It's so awesome. And I know also you're not alone in your magic setup. You've got your mom. Here's a little clip of your mom. She's just the most awesome lady. She gets involved. You often prank her. How has she been towards your magic career? How has she responded towards you choosing this as a path?
She's been very supportive. I guess once she saw me actually start making money, maybe that's
sure.
That's when, they become a little more supportive. I mean, I don't expect a mother to be like, oh, you want to be a magician? Okay. But once she saw there was actual potential. But yeah, she's awesome in the videos. I like using her for it. Usually it goes more viral than the stuff I work hard on. So.
Oh man, yeah, I know, it's so cool. I think everyone's fallen in love with her, and it's super cool that you've included her. That's epic. So listen, speaking of tricks and magic and all these, you're gonna show me something now. We're gonna give it a bash together. So what have you got up your sleeve for me today?
Great, let me try something for you. So here's what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to give you, through the screen right now, an invisible deck of cards. All right.
Okay.
So I want you to take it. So take it from me. You got it? All right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Now I want you to go through that deck and take out any card you want.
Okay.
You got it? Let me just put this right here. Got a card, right?
Yes.
All right. What I want you to do is, so hold it up for everybody to see. Now you haven't told me the card yet, right?
No.
So go ahead, tell me, let me just move the screen so you can actually see. Tell me what the card is you're thinking of.
King of Hearts.
King of Hearts, all right. Now, what I want you to do is to take the King of Hearts and to throw it at me on the count of 3 or whenever you want. 1, 2, 3. Wow.
No.
And you can see that card actually like inside there, right?
Yes.
But watch, here's the crazy thing. You said the King of Hearts.
Yeah.
That's actually the King of Hearts.
No ways! Guys, ridiculous. No, come on.
I have no idea.
The thing is, I want to ask you how, but I also don't want to know because I'm also just like, it's so beautiful, it's like, just let the magic be. But I'm also just like, dude, come on.
I know, it's crazy. It's crazy.
It's crazy. It's wild.
Yeah, so I'll give you the $100 later for naming that card. No, I'm kidding.
No, man, dude, I promise you guys, he's not joking. He is joking. He is joking that he's not joking. I promise you, there's like absolutely no weirdness going on here, unless you kind of threw that King of Hearts into my mind somehow. This is where it gets interesting for me, because I don't know whether you're throwing that idea into my mind before, or if you just somehow really quickly know how to get a King of Hearts out of the pack of, I don't know, it's wild, but impossible.
Yeah.
But possible. Amazing.
It's a cool, little trick, I think. But I can do a nice visual thing as well, because as you just said, that has to do with like a lot of stuff, but I think people enjoy seeing a trick like visually as well.
Okay.
Because then they know, there's nothing going on. Let me just get I've got some sweets here. Let me see what I can do a trick with. So I've got sadly I can't send them through the screen to you, but
that would be nice.
So I'll show you. I've got some trident here, right? So this is a nice little trick that I like to do when people ask me if I can share my gum, right? I just take it like this, and then I do this. 1, 2, 3. And I split it. One for you, one for me. Sadly, I couldn't figure out how to throw it through the screen yet.
Can you do it again? That's insane.
Let me do it.
Well done.
I've got a little better one here for you.
A better one?
Yeah.
I can't get better than that. Okay. Hit me up. Guys, can you believe this? Guys, hit me up in the comments below. Come on, comment, tell us, engage. I want to see what you think of this guy. I mean, you've definitely seen him on TikTok, and if you thought that his tricks were just like created for TikTok and maybe like faked. They're not. They are coming to you live right now on the LUCKDOWN. Check this out. He's going to do another one for you. Let's
Doing
go.
this live. All right, cool.
Doing this
So I've
live.
got a card. I've got a card with a hole, as you can see, right?
Yes, yes.
Then I have a red card with 2 holes. So basically,
Okay,
when
yeah,
you fold the red card up, there's only 1 hole, right?
Yes.
Then you put the blue card in like this. Let me just line up these holes. Okay.
Yes.
Now, if I take a straw,
Yeah.
I can actually push it straight through there, right?
Yeah.
All right. But it can't move because it's only this 1 hole going straight through.
Yes.
Well, watch. Once I do this, this is the spooky part. Check it out. Move it like this to the other side.
No.
And I'll actually show you that it's a genuine hole. You can see me through it and everything.
Yeah. But you moved the hole.
Exactly. And watch, the straw goes back. Now we're going to try the other side, right? Watch. Back to the middle and back all the way to the other side.
Oh my goodness.
I can show you the hole. And now we're going to try to just move it back to right there. And take the straw
Does that
out.
straw have like a slice in it?
Not at all.
No.
If you were here, you could actually like check out the
Hold
straw.
it.
Yeah.
Yo, brother. That's crazy. Well done. And I like, can I learn something? Because I'm now feeling a bit left out. I think you need to teach me how to do my own trick.
Let's do it. Let's do it. All right.
Okay,
So
let's
all
do
you'll need to learn a trick, right, is a deck of cards. All right.
I have one.
All right. Great. So here's what you're going
But I have
to
to take
do,
out
right?
the jokers.
You don't have to, but if you want to, you can.
Okay.
So let me show you. I'm gonna find 2. Let's take 2 cards. I'll take a.
Okay.
Let's say I just want 2 that's gonna work nicely for the camera. So I'm gonna show you, and then I'm gonna teach you.
Okay.
Let's see. Maybe these are 2 nice cards.
Okay.
I don't know. All right, cool. I just want, maybe there should be some like contrast in the cards. I don't know. But anyways, if you want to, you can take out a, let's say, a red 10 and
Okay. A red 10. Any old red 10.
Yeah, and a red 6.
Okay. And a red 6
Yeah,
of a different suit.
doesn't matter.
Okay, that's it.
Cool. So here's how it works. I'm going to show you first. You show the red 6 and red 10.
Yeah.
You put them into the deck like this. And then you just do this. I've never done it at this angle. But you throw it. And then you get these 2 cards out of the deck.
Okay.
So it looks pretty cool. It's like, how do you get them out of the middle? But
How?
the secret is actually super simple. All you do is you take the other red 10 and red 6. That's why I never say diamonds or hearts.
Okay.
And you put them, right now mine is in the middle. So you can follow
top.
along with me on this. Yeah, exactly. So you put the 10 or the 6 on top and 1 on the bottom. Because
Okay.
in a
Okay,
second,
because they don't look at the suit.
exactly. So I just take the other 2 and then I say, they don't know the other ones are here. Then I say I've got a red
Okay.
10 and red 6.
And you put
There
them
you
on the
go.
top.
Yeah, you put 1
So
on
you
top,
say-
1 on bottom.
So I would say put these anywhere in the pack, right?
Yeah.
And then
Anywhere
put
in the
them
pack.
in. Shuffle,
And then
and then
Yeah, no, they don't, you don't want to have them shuffle.
you
at
want to
this point.
shuffle.
But then when you throw, basically it's just the best way to do this, other than the camera, is you just hold it like
Making it
this.
this
Right?
other angle, you can see.
So you just hold like that, very tight, and then as you throw, these 2 cards will come off automatically, the top and bottom card, which are your other
Oh,
2.
so they're at top and the bottom. I see. Oh,
There you
of course.
go.
But this is now some pro stuff, eh?
Oh,
Woo! Ah!
there
Ah!
you go.
I did
First
it!
try.
I did it!
First
I did it! Woohoo!
There you go.
Oh,
Now you
geez,
know.
okay.
tricks.
That's a
Now you
trick.
know.
Okay, I'm gonna do that to my brothers and my sisters this weekend and see how they react.
Yeah, you
Whoa.
don't even need practice because you got it straight away. So
That's super cool. Listen, I think what you're doing is so amazing. Your entertainment value is like through the roof, and I love how you keep pushing the boundaries on creating new tricks that are and effects that are really just high quality entertainment and quick. Like you said, they're engaging super fast, and I just want to encourage you to keep doing what you're doing. I see big things for you. in terms of yourself, what are your aims? Like, are you looking to tour the world? Are you looking to go in full Penn and Teller on their magic show? Because I've been watching a lot of that recently. Like, what are your big goals in life for your career?
Yeah, so I always say, if someone asked me that question like 5 years ago, I would say to be the next, David Blaine or the next street magician. But recently, like I fell in love with social media and creating content and stuff. But magic is still the number one thing for me. So right now, I want to grow TikTok to as big as it possibly can get, because every time I get like an extra 1 million followers, it just like, it changes everything. I mean, I had people from Nickelodeon. I've had people from the Ellen show that we actually mentioned earlier, like reach out to me, and it's like crazy,
Wow.
So I guess in a way, what I would love to have happen is, career-wise, I would love to keep focused on my social media, because I believe that's the way forward. This is like the way I've built my brand. But, just in a way to get more recognition and fame, I guess I would really love to get onto a show like America's Got Talent or the Ellen show, or, maybe even Fool Us. We'll see.
Fool Us, yeah. Listen, I think you've got what it takes. And I think you're proudly South African. You're obviously from Pretoria or Joburg, right?
I'm actually from Frankfurt. It's close to Joburg,
okay.
But it's in the Free State. But it's not.
Are you from the Free State?
Yeah, but it's
Amazing.
not as remote as people would think. It's not like 3 hours. It's remote, but it's still pretty close to Joburg.
That's amazing. So I just like that's just so wonderful. You're from a pretty small town in South Africa, and you're taking the world by storm. And I think it's a really inspirational story. So I'm just wishing you all the best, and we're wishing you all the best. We love what you're doing. We hope that we're gonna see you just soar all around the world, be on all the shows that you ever dreamed of, and it has to come full circle. Vian, like we have to see you on the Ellen show, teaching other people or showing other people what you do. That I think will be just the dream realized, don't you?
Yeah, you just said it perfectly. Like for me, I mean, career-wise, I believe you got to just keep working at it. I don't think there's one thing to do, but at the end of the day, to really fully recognize the dream. I mean, if I'm sitting on that chair on the Ellen show, where I saw my first magician and never in a million years thought I'd be, to me, that'll be an amazing feeling. So hopefully, the potential is there. I recorded my Skype call with them because I was like, no one's ever going to believe me if this doesn't happen.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah, if that happens, that'll be incredible. But yeah, other than that, I'll just keep doing what I'm doing now.
Keep doing what you're doing and putting love into your work. And that's actually, at the end of the day, all it's about. So thank you so much for being here on the LUCKDOWN. It's been a joy to have you. And to anyone watching who wants to follow you on TikTok or follow you on Instagram, hit us up with your handles quickly.
All right, so Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, all the places. It's just Wian Magic, WIAN Magic. And thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
This was a lot of fun.
You're an awesome guy. Stay grounded, stay who you are, and just take that world by storm. Fly that South African flag super high. And we'll be watching your career into the future. Lots of love. Wian the magician, guys. Honestly, I can't handle that guy. He is ridiculous. How does he do what he does? I can't ask him because, you don't want to ask a magician these tricks. But I mean, was your mind not blown? And if you've just joined us, I think you should scroll back and watch that because he just completely freaked me out, but in an awesome way, in a very cool way. Hope you guys are having a good Wednesday. I am blending in with the couch here in my furry jacket. I hope that you guys are appreciating that my fashion is a little bit on point today. And hope you guys are having a great Wednesday. Big shout out to Bantle Sophie Mareki. She has just become our second patron. We love you, Bantle. Thank you so much for joining the family. And not only that, she became a super fan, which is the luckiest ones. We got the lucky ones, the luckier ones, and the luckiest ones, which means she will be getting a hoodie sent to her in England. Very, very exciting. If you want to join the Patreon family, you guys can as well. And then I see we have our first patron, which is also, there she go. There, Bantle is asking about the hoodies. Yes, the hoodies will be shipped to you in the UK. Very exciting. And then we also have Kapstad Magazine Pintel. All the internationals are joining up to Patreon. That, I think, is our first Patreon. Guys, thank you so much for joining our community and our family, helping us to continue to do this. And the best news is this weekend, our patrons are going to be getting a brand new exclusive announcement first before anyone. So if you want to find out what that is, subscribe. It's so easy, as little as $5. The link is right here. You can go and join up. Cancel whenever you like. If we don't treat you well enough, feel free to go. But we'd love to have you in the family. Give us a chance to show you what we got for our patrons. And then coming up next, speaking of the band, speaking of all the crazy things we get up to, we put together a little good luck diary, and that is just all the things we got up to this week. We like to go on adventures. We like to have some fun together. We like to tune each other, tease each other. It's all part of the fun of being in a band. So we thought we'd just give you some snapshots of the past week. This is our good luck diary on the LUCKDOWN. Enjoy.
So we're here with Siva in her kitchen. Actually, ironically, we're about to shoot a really cool new cooking segment for the LUCKDOWN. Can't wait to let you see how it's going to look. Come check it out.
Hey guys, we've been doing these really cool live corporate streams, and we're doing one today, this week, and then we're doing another one tomorrow, where we literally just go into Zoom and we do these like little interactive, engaged live concerts with private companies. We chat to people, have a good time. So today we're doing one for Netcash, and tomorrow we're doing one for Old Mutual. It's really cool. It's in our studio. Hello, Timmy Tam.
Hello.
Getting ready for the show.
Getting ready for the show. What's that? Thursday show. Another one tomorrow. Thursday, Friday shows. Almost back to normal. Getting there.
Here's the tech team.
Hi. Hello. It's a Friday drink. We want a Friday drink. Come, let's make a Friday drink.
It's Thursday.
So we just arrived in Plet. We've got our favorite pizza from a little place called Ice Dreamland, which I call Ice Creamland, even though it's called Ice Dreamland. And there's not much waves, so we're just going to eat pizza and watch the view. Moi!
This is how you know you're in your favorite place on planet Earth. Oh, I love you, Plet. I'm doing the time.
Hey, Jules, focus. Oh no, no.
Plates and my favorite breakfast spot in the whole different country. Windy breakfast, and I've just figured out we've been here before.
It's Stokes Markets, and we're supporting our local cheesemaker, who's an amazing guy, makes really good cheese. Yes, please, thank you very much.
Driving through Nature's Valley, and we're just seeing nature everywhere. Exploring our country. We're here at the Trudeau Pass, just driving through. It's a different way to get from Plates to Cape Town, going home. Cool, man. It's been so nice just to escape, stay within the province, and travel a little bit, because we've been missing traveling. Look how beautiful this is. Hi guys.
This is like a magical, amazing land of lighting.
I know, it's crazy. Heaven. Amazing. Oh, hello. I was busy watching my own diary. I'm like, wow, we did all those cool things. That's super cool. We had a really, really good time. Guys, I hope that you're enjoying this edition of the LUCKDOWN. Never a dull moment in our camp. We go on these crazy adventures as a band, and we like to have fun, and we'd love to take you with us again. So everyone who is watching tonight, please join our Patreon page. We'd love to have you. Shout out to Paul van Staden. I hope you've become a patron. Also fame.org.za. We know you support all the time, and you always just like being a legend. Bantle says, where did you get the leopard hoodie? She wants one. Bantle, that is from a company called Flocked Fashion. You can see them on Instagram if you're keen to check them out. I love that hoodie. Very, very cool. Such cool people as well, and they've given me lots of feathers. Another story. Anyway, so hope you guys are having an awesome Wednesday night. We have got two more really epic guests coming up on the show. One is a very exciting topic for me. It's about body positivity, and I think this is a subject that, it's interesting, because this girl that I'm going to be chatting to, she's an influencer, right? And traditionally, I guess an influencer, you used to like the beautiful sunsets, the beautiful girl, the kind of like unattainable life that goes on that is connected to being an influencer, which I think a lot of people don't really connect with in some ways. But here we have this girl influencer who's an influencer who is just completely the opposite. She's comfortable in her own skin. She's not trying to be anything she isn't. She's so happy with herself and her body, no matter what stage it is, big, small, thick, thin, little, large. And she's encouraging girls out there in the world and boys out there in the world to also love themselves and to love the skin that they're in. And I really, really enjoyed chatting to Tracey-Lee. She is a phenomenal person. She's got a great energy. I'm very excited for this interview. So hopefully you guys will connect with this. You'll get some positive message that you can take back. And tomorrow morning when you look in the mirror, you'll be like, dude or lady, you're beautiful, you're magical, you got this. Today's going to be a good day. So this is my chat to Tracey-Lee, aka Fitness Girl, live on the LUCKDOWN. Tracy, welcome.
Hi, Jules.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
So nice to have you. And it's Women's Month. And we're here celebrating fantastic women across the board, something that I'm very passionate about. The band's very passionate about too. And your journey is just remarkable. We'll just start off by saying you are a lawyer by career, by trade, but you're also this amazing social media influencer for all the right reasons, might I say. And you started off on this weight loss fitness journey yourself. You obviously documented it. And you've kind of transitioned that into being a focus on body positivity.
Correct.
So talk to me about what body positivity is.
Okay.
And the transition for you, how that all came about.
Sure. So yeah, I mean, for those of people watching who actually don't know like who I am, I'm Tracy. I'm also a fitness girl. I run an account on Instagram called Fitness Girl, which did start off, as you said, as basically like a visual diary of a weight loss journey. So my transformation, it was very aesthetic based. It was very weight centered, and it was just about, you know, trying to get down to a certain size. Like that is what that account was,
yeah.
And you know, that I basically started Fitness Girl 4 years ago to the day. And for the first sort of 2 years or so, that's really what the focus was. I lost a lot of weight, considerable amount of weight in my first year. I think it was like 33 kilos or something crazy.
Wow.
And you know, towards the end of that journey, you know, reaching the goal weight and, you know, being probably half the size that I am now, like I still felt like, what now? Like,
sure,
there was almost like anxiety that the journey had ended. It was like
really?
It was like a weird thing
because you'd had all this focus around your weight loss journey
and all that validation. You know, people obviously commenting, and every time you've lost another 3 kilos, you know. And I used to do board posts where like I'd put on a chalkboard, and every month it would obviously the figure would grow. So 15, 10 or whatever. Like obviously the validation was great, and I think I relied quite a lot on it because which probably added to that feeling of feeling a little bit empty, kind of like, well, now that I'm at like goal weight, you know, like now what? And it felt like I kind of felt like I didn't have like an identity anymore because Fitness Girl had become this like, I mean, it grew very quickly, you know, in that first year. I felt like I didn't have an identity anymore. I felt like, well, now I have to like reinvent myself. There was actually a lot of pressure that came from that.
Sure.
And just as I was feeling that, I ended up I was on set for a local retailer, and I met someone, and she is one of South Africa's biggest like body positive stars. And I obviously at that point did not even know, what body positivity was. And I just remember I was actually in underwear for this advert, very tasteful.
Cool.
And, you know, I was still quite like, even though I had like reached this goal weight, and I was actually cast as like the fitness like athlete for this advert, which was already like such a mind-blowing thing for me.
Amazing achievement.
As a chubby girl who grew up, you know, like I was never the fitness star, you know, that was not the role. So yeah, and then I met this girl on set, and I remember I came out of like the dressing room, and she literally was like, "Girl, you are fire." And I was just like, "What?" Like she was just like, she's like the curves, like you are like you're beautiful, and she just like exuded this like this positive energy. And herself, obviously, she was cast as the body positive role for that advert. So basically, getting back to your question about body positivity, through her, you know, I started learning a bit more about, you know, what this movement was, and I started reading up more about it, started following sort of, you know, more body positive famous people like Ashley Graham, for example. And it really like just opened my eyes to the feeling of like, is this what I've been missing like my entire life?
Yeah.
And over the next year or so, I started practicing more, and I started self-affirmations, and I started reading more about it, and just started like embracing my body no matter what season it was in.
Yes.
Which was the first time in my life I'd ever done this. Now, this is coming from a girl who's yo-yoed and been on a binge restrict cycle her entire life.
Sure.
So for me to go, you know what? Like, I love myself right now, flaws and all, was a huge step for me in like a very positive mental direction.
Mental health, sure.
So the shift then went from being sort of like physical focus and aesthetic focus to really changing my mind and being okay with my body no matter what shape or size it was.
Yeah.
But the kicker was, as long as I'm healthy and functioning in a healthy way.
So now your weight loss journey is basically fueled more, like you said, by self-love and less about the numbers, the goal that, so you still are on a weight loss journey, but now your approach is, like you said, love your body at every single stage that you're in. Are you as affected as, you were saying people commenting on your sort of journey? Are you still as affected by those comments, by those people like kind of fueling you on or not fueling you on based on the fact that you've changed your approach?
So I definitely think if I have to compare the phase that I was in before to the phase that I'm in now, still also like very overtly on a weight loss journey.
Yes.
Basically started again 10 weeks ago, but from a very, very different place mentally.
Yes.
Look, we're all human. Validation is what we will seek out no matter like who we are.
Sure.
But in terms of the effect that it has on me now, look, it's great to know that I'm inspiring other people to to start living more healthily and active as well, live a more active lifestyle as well. But it's so much more for me, and I know that now. So yes, those comments are great, and obviously they, it's an ego boost. Of course, I'm not going to sit here
pretend
and tell you that it's not, because of course it's lovely to get a few comments and likes. I mean, that's the truth. But because I've done the work internally, emotionally, mentally, like my mental health was the focus for the last 2 years, on my body positive journey. It doesn't nearly affect me as much as it used to. It's more about, well, how do I feel? Am I happy? When I look in the mirror, like, do I feel fulfilled? Am I like, speaking?
Do I need this validation, or can I just
I validate myself now.
That's exactly,
the difference.
Exactly. You don't rely on it, because that actually leads into my next question. I think social media can be such a dangerous area with all this constant comparison, constant looking at other people and thinking, wow, I should be more like that person, being yourself against that person. And, like you said, mentally, it's a dangerous space to play in. Do you think that you can still have visibility and a presence on social media and not be affected negatively?
Look, I think that's a really good question. And I think it really just depends where you are at in your life from a mental health point of view. So I think, for example, when I started the account, I only followed supermodels. Like I would scroll and scroll and scroll, and that would be my motivation, because that's what I wanted to look like. I mean, there was a time, during that first journey where, I was contemplating, I wanted the story to be, obese girl becomes fitness, bodybuilding athlete. Like that's what I wanted my story to be.
Okay.
And I was, I wanted it to be that this amazing story. I was so much more focused on that and the glitz and the glam and like the external, and I disregarded everything internally.
Yeah, and then when you arrived there, you were like,
I was like, exactly. Then I had this whole like crazy like cathartic moment where I was like, well, I don't even know who I am anymore. So it was, and at the same time, I'm getting praise from social media, but I'm feeling like I'm not even feeling like, the praise. Like I don't feel like I'm praising myself. So
no. Now you answered my question. I was just asking, do you think that you can still be present on social media and not affected in a negative way? You were saying it's about your own personal state of mind.
It is.
And not putting that expectation on other people. It's like about what you let into your life, right?
Exactly.
And who you follow. And I suppose this whole body positive movement has become a really wonderful focus around lots of other conversations like gender-based violence, like, you know, looking at how women are perceived in totality in the media space. And this is definitely something that is kind of topical. And I think it's wonderful because, don't you agree? I mean, we now, for example, are choosing models to do our merch range. And for me, I was like, we have to have all sizes. Because I don't think, I want to see how, if I'm slightly larger, I want to see what something looks like, you know? And I also don't necessarily want it to be called plus size. I just want it to be there.
I love that. Yeah.
You know, I just want it to be a size, not even a size, a person who looks like she could be me, wearing a hoodie that I could maybe wear and look nice in.
Like, can we just normalize normal bodies?
Exactly.
Like, can we just do that?
Exactly. And so you've been, like you said, you use the word seesawing. You've obviously yo-yoing. You've had ups and downs with your physical weight gain and loss, okay, which is totally normal. And you're wonderfully comfortable in each of these areas wherever you are, which is a beautiful thing, I might add. And I think it's something that everyone can definitely look up to and try and implement, even if you are trying to lose or gain weight or whatever, you know. What advice would you give to any people out there who have maybe struggled through this lockdown period? Because let's face it, we all went straight for the snack shelf. As soon as lockdown hit, I think like chip sales and chocolate sales like quadrupled overnight. And we all put on a few.
We did.
What advice do you have for anyone who's looking to kind of get back into that healthy fitness mindset now?
I think it just really starts with like being honest with yourself. So with anything in life, you know, you make a commitment to learn an instrument, or you make a commitment to, you know, go to school and get a degree. You have to be all in. You know, eating in a consistent manner and in a way that's healthy for your body, and maybe committing to some sort of training that you enjoy, it requires consistency and it requires a commitment. It's not something that, you know, I'll just do it on Monday, because Monday never comes. I think we all know that.
Yes.
You know, and you really have to dig deep and ask yourself if you're actually ready to make that kind of commitment, because it's prepping food, you know, especially if you're working full time, you know, making sure your meals are prepped before you go to work, so you don't end up just, you know, running down to the corner cafe and getting like a bagel or like, exactly. I mean, not that bagels, I'm not demonizing bagels. I love me a good bagel. But, you know, when you're following, you know, some sort of plan that weight loss is your goal, you know, you do need to follow certain guidelines. So I would say, like, you know, be ready and be honest with yourself. And if you really are ready, then commit fully. And remember that success doesn't happen overnight. Like, you didn't put on the weight overnight. You're not going to lose the weight overnight. And it is slow, but if you're consistent every single day, not just in the week, like on the weekends too, you know, things will move. And I think one of the biggest things I've learned, you know, from crash diets and fads, like honestly, like my entire life, and being in this, like, you know, and all of that basically caused me to develop a binge eating disorder. Like, I'm now, for the first time in my life, able to sit here and actually be very honest about that, because that's what it was. You know, what I've learned now, literally in the last 10 weeks, is that I know what a normal plate of food looks like. I can still have wine. I can still have, you know, a treat or whatever that I want, as long as I'm consistent throughout the week, Monday to Sunday, and my training is on point. You know, it's not about restriction, you know, and everyone thinks, oh, well, you know, I'm only going to lose weight if I'm going to restrict myself and like, or cut a food group. It's complete.
This is a very hectic question I'm going to ask you. Do you think there's such a thing as the perfect body?
Definitely not. I think your body is perfect for you because it's your body, but I don't believe that there is a certain size or a shape that is like the ultimate. The beauty industry will make you think that, but it's not true.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Hey, we're on the same page. No, well, it's been so wonderful to chat to you. I think I'm just going to end off with, like, because obviously being a teenager, being a young girl, we've all been there. We all had friends, or we were one of the girls who struggled in school with an eating disorder of sorts. There was always more pressure in school. What message would you give to young girls who are feeling very insecure about their bodies? What words of encouragement could you give to them?
I think just a simple step would be, you know, obviously back in the day, 10 years ago when I was in school, you know, Instagram wasn't a thing, and social media wasn't. We were just on the cusp of social media at that point. And I just think that, you know, I really feel for teenagers that are in school, you know, currently in school, because they really have, you know, not only like social pressure within, like in real life, which we all dealt with, but now there's online pressure, and cyberbullying is, you know, a terrible thing that's happening now because of it. Unfollow the accounts that make you feel less than. I know that sounds like such a simple, like cliche thing, but if you're scrolling for 8 hours of the day, and all you're seeing are these sort of airbrush bodies, because they are. I mean, the editing apps these days
are amazing.
You can, I mean, I could make myself look like a size 8, and it would look legit, like not edited. So I mean, if you think about that, and you think about how impressionable young girls are, they don't really think like that. They don't go, oh, that must be it. They go, oh wow, that's the standard, you know. So if there are accounts that really are making you feel less than, just unfollow. That would be it. And then, you know, best advice, you know, if you do feel that you're ready to come to terms with that you may possibly have an eating disorder, then I would, you know, tell someone that you trust and seek the help that you really need.
Oh, that's wonderful advice. Well, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
And for sharing some of your wisdom.
Thank you.
And you're keeping a power, strong force for change in the female space, but also just in the global space. It's wonderful.
Oh,
what you're
thank
doing.
you so much, also. I really appreciate being on the show. Yes.
What a girl, right? What an awesome person. I just love her vibe, and I love everything she's about, and I love that she's just so comfortable in her own skin. And I think she has such an important message that we need to share with as many women as possible, especially because it's Women's Month, guys. We need to put out there that no matter, you know, what you look like and how much pressure you feel to be something that you're not, you know, you're beautiful in your own skin, and you need to just love that person every day. It's so important. I can't stress it enough. We've all felt insecure. We've all felt down. We've all felt that we are not worthy. And, you know, that's not a cool space to be in. And if you can figure out how to just shed that pressure and like love yourself every day, then I think you're 1,000 steps ahead. So shout out to Chantal Lee Tonkin. She put a comment down that says, you don't need to lose weight for someone else to love you. You need to love yourself. If you don't love yourself at your weight, change it. Sure, I agree. But I think you also need to love yourself no matter what weight you are, and just be comfortable and happy with your body. Because you know what, like, you're so lucky that you have a body, and that, you know, in any shape it's in, you're lucky that you have one. You're lucky you're alive. So there we go. Thought for the day. From one amazing woman, we're going straight to another. We're heading to London. We're chatting to a singer who is one of my personal favorite singers from South Africa. We've done a lot of songwriting together. Her name is Julia Church. She is just the most grounded, talented, beautiful human being. And I love working with her. I'm a difficult songwriter to work with. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm very particular, and I don't work well with people when it comes to songwriting, like self-proclaimed, admitted, in the closet, difficult songwriter. But she is one of those people that just got through all of that and managed to work with me. And I really had a great time working with her. It was phenomenal. And so we're very stoked to have her on the show today. Her name is Julia Church. We're going to be chatting to her. Then I'm going to chat to you, and then she's going to perform. So don't go anywhere, because you want to hear her sing. Trust me, you want to hear her sing. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Julia Church. My Julesy, hello, hello.
Jules, how are you?
I'm so good. You know, I love seeing your face, because last time I saw you, we were in studio, and you're my namesake. You're like, I like to think of you as like younger mini me, because writing is your passion, and and it's just I think we connect on a lot of levels, which is so cool. But are you doing well?
Yes, I agree, Jules, definitely. So good to see your face as well. I'm good. I'm just trying to hold it together in this London heat. It's actually quite ridiculous.
Oh, cheapers. Been a heat wave there, hey? Been pretty crazy.
A bit of a mess back here, but they're doing work in the studio, but it's just such a relief to be inside.
Awesome. Awesome.
Well.
Good, my love. Listen, so we're here to chat about you. And, you know, for those of people out there who don't know who you are, because I mean, honestly, you really should know by now. Jules has had songs with Goldfish. She's had songs with Crazy White Boy. She's had her own releases. She's just this incredibly talented singer-songwriter. You write so much music. But for those of us who have never heard of you, or if somebody out there has never heard of Julia Church, just give me a snapshot of who you are, what you're about, and go.
Well, I mean, I think my main thing is songwriting. I've been songwriting for as long as I can remember. That to me is my biggest love, and always has been. So I write for myself and for other people. I've been doing loads of writing recently at the moment, actually not for me, for others, which has been fun. But yeah, I'm a pianist. Live performance is also my thing. I play keys and I sing, and just writing every day, just immersed in that world, which is great.
Jules, you're not exaggerating when you say you write every day, because I follow you on Instagram and I know you posting pretty much a song or an idea every day in its raw format, just very kind of like, as you wrote it, with a message, with some cool imagery. Have you put like a challenge down for yourself to just write music all the time, or is it just something that you do when you can?
I think it's something that I do when I can. But obviously I try and set myself a challenge to try and write as much as possible, obviously. But I find myself doing it actually just naturally because it's so sort of cathartic, especially now. I think in lockdown, it's been actually amazing for me because I just have not stopped writing. I don't know, some artists are just like, oh, it's, been the opposite for me. I've writer's block, and I think I'm slowly, sadly, starting to go into that side of things. I'm a bit more closed up recently, but I've just been on a bit of a roll, which has been great. I'm not always been quite a lucky little few months, I guess. It's been good for me.
Epic, man. I know. I mean, I've just been listening to the music you've been putting out. It's been beautiful. And Jules, obviously, you've made this move to sweltering London. Like you said, it's a heat wave there. A few months ago, or even maybe years ago now, I don't even know. You moved to the UK. You moved to London. Just take me through your thought process of why you decided to move there. Was it a career move? Was it a personal move? What made you decide you wanted to pack up from South Africa, obviously your home country, and head over to the UK?
I mean, obviously it's sad. I don't think I'd ever leave South Africa by choice, really. I think for me I felt like London was where I needed to be. And when I moved over in 2015, I moved to Liverpool straight away in 2015, and I studied for 3 years there. I studied music and production and songwriting. And that was always a bit of a detour. London was always the end goal for me. And I love it. And it's just so great as well that I've still got South Africa and I can still come back right with you guys. And I still like to be involved in the South African world as well. But for me, I was always just so drawn to.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think it's awesome that you are flying the flag, and doing such great writing and producing. And obviously you're an artist as well. You gig, you've got a multifaceted career. Your boyfriend also is a producer. So there's like, you kind of live and breathe music. So, I mean, as a woman, Jules, it's Women's Month, and obviously we're focusing a lot on strong women. And for me, you are one of the strongest from our scene in South Africa. And I love working with you. It's no secret, like, you and me in the studio, we just speak each other's language, and I find you very easy to work with. But as a young woman in the music industry, a young woman, what are some of the challenges that you faced? And I emphasize the word young because it's important. You've only started your career in the last couple of years, and I think it's been a very different journey into the industry for you than, say, like someone like me or somebody a bit older than me. What have been some of the challenges you faced, and how have you overcome those challenges?
I think, the one thing is obviously being a producer. I think people sort of forget that I have that side of me, which is often very frustrating. It's weird. There's like this female producer term that gets thrown around. It's never producer. It's like you're a female. All great to art. So I think, the production stuff has been, a bit annoying, but also the writing. I've been in some really shitty writing sessions with multiple guys, and I always often just feel like my voice gets lost sometimes, but I've worked at it, and I'm definitely a lot better at taking control of the situation. So it's just been a lot of learning, but for the most part I'm really lucky. I work with a lot of amazing girls, and all my favorite sessions, and I've actually got loads of songs coming out recently from all my writing sessions with girls, which it's my favorite. I absolutely love writing with girls, and there's so many talented young female songwriters in London that I've connected with recently, and it's been amazing.
Well, Julesy, you're one of my favorite writers, and you're one of my favorite vocalists. I've always loved your rich vocals. Like I remember my brother bringing me your music back in the day, and like, you have to listen to this girl, she's amazing. And I was so busy at the time, I was like, yo, whatever, Digby. And then, when we actually started doing stuff together, my brother was like, yo, you remember that girl who I asked you to listen to like 10 times and you never did? That's Julia Church. I was like, oh, oops. So, I think from your talent, that the fact that you're doing such awesome work, out there, such an inspiration to so many young female musicians, both from South Africa and abroad. And for you, like, what is the latest stuff that you're working on? Like, what is this kind of the goals that you have set for yourself at the moment as an artist living in the UK and as a woman living in the UK?
I think for me right now, I'm mainly focusing on songwriting and getting cuts. I think it's great. I mean, obviously I'm working on my solo project loads, and I mean, the thing though about me is that I've been writing for so long and been releasing for such a short amount of time, so the back catalogue of songs I have, there's not much urgency to be writing loads of new stuff for me. So I've really been enjoying Matt, who was saying, my boyfriend, who's producer songwriter, he's in the other room, and we've been spending 2 or 3 days a week in studio writing dance tracks for pitch to give out, and to me that's been so amazing. It's been so much fun. So I think just getting my name out as a songwriter now more than as well as an artist, that's the goal, and just keep at it.
Well, writing, I think you'll agree with me, it's one of those things, you either have it or you don't. You definitely have it, and what's so exciting for you is that you could become known as a writer and then start releasing some of your own material as an artist. And like Sia, for example, there's so many artists that have broken the industry that way around, and I think for me it's a way more legitimate way to actually break in the industry. So I'm so excited for you, and I wish you all the best. And Jules, you're going to be playing out a little bit later with one of your singles. Talk to me a little bit about that song, because we're very excited that you're going to be playing for live on the LUCKDOWN.
So it's a song called Marionette, and I wrote it with a Swiss friend of mine, producer, amazing writer that I actually went to Lippe with in Liverpool. And it's all about feeling like a bit of a marionette, which I didn't know was a puppet. It was actually a term that I learned on the day that I wrote the song. So anyway, it's about feeling like a marionette, and you love someone and they don't really love you back, and it sort of drains the life out of you, and it's quite sad when I say it out loud. But I think for me as well, it's probably some of my favorite lyrics I've written. So really, really excited for this one.
Awesome.
And the first time I've played it.
Awesome, Julesy. And tell me, that's huge. That's a big honor for us. Tell me quickly, where can everyone get hold of you? Where can they listen to your music? Hit us up with your social media handles quick.
Yes, everywhere. Actually, there's Church Music on Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, Apple Music, the works. All the usuals.
Check her out right here, guys, right here in the title bar below you. Jules, thank you so much for your time. We love you, and keep doing what you're doing.
Absolutely love you guys as well. And you're just doing so much. Always you guys. I don't know how you keep going. You do so much.
I don't know how we keep going either. It's lots of Red Bull. Jules, listen, I can't wait to have you back in the studio right here to be writing with me. And until next time, look after yourself. Love you lots. Mwah.
Bye.
Oh, she asked us how we keep going. You know what? The reality is we try our best, we do our best, but we can only keep going if you guys are going to keep supporting us. So please, I'm going to ask one more time, Patreon guys, we have got 3 tiers. And if you've never, ever joined Patreon, you have no clue what it is. It's really easy. It's for content creators, for artists, for anyone who's creating something cool and awesome, to get their fans, to get their family, to support them in what they do. And all you have to do is click the link. It's just over here for you to check out, or in the comment section. Click it and check it out. We've got 3 tiers. We've got the lucky ones, and the luckiest ones, and depending on what level you choose will depend on the benefits you get and the love that you get from us. We're going to be engaging, interacting, and everything that comes out first comes to you guys before anyone else, including music releases, music video releases, live streams, parties, the works. So go and check it out. Join the family. We want to have you in the mix with us on Patreon. And a big shout out to Bontle and Cape Town Magazine, our first 2 patrons that became patrons tonight as we just launched it. And we've got some really exciting news coming up about that over the weekend. So also a big shout out to Rudy France, who, while we were talking, ordered a whole bunch of merch. He ordered a lucky t-shirt and 2 masks. Rudy, your order is on its way, I promise you. If you don't know where to get our merch, it's really easy. You can head to goodluckmerchstore.com and go check it out over there. Then, a couple things we have to chat to you about before we get to Jules. By the way, you have to stay for Jules' singing. You're going to absolutely lose your mind. She's so amazing. Yeah. But first of all, we've got another musician in the studio coming up in the next, when is it? The next week, 2 weeks. It's on the 4th of September. His name is Jack Parrow, and he's no stranger to the South African music scene. He's absolutely epic. He is going to be performing live just below my feet, underneath the ground over here. He's going to be performing with his band for his brand new Get Lucky streaming concert. Tickets are flying, so make sure you get yours. It's going to be huge. It's going to be such a lekker Joel. I might even steal his cap and run around the set. You never know. It might get crashed a little bit. And then what else have I got to tell you? Just join our family, guys. Join the LUCKDOWN. We're on social media, Instagram, at the _LUCKDOWN, one word, at the _LUCKDOWN. Facebook, check us out, the LUCKDOWN. Just search for us or check us out in the comments. We just want you guys to be so much a part of this. Big thanks to everyone who's commented tonight. I see there's just so many cool comments. Tracy-Lee even commented. She said, thank you for having us. We have Nick who asked for Julia's Instagram following. Wow, okay, that's forward. Love it, Nick. We had, just so many, and Bantle commenting, and so many cool and awesome interactions from you guys, engagements from you guys. And I'm very excited for this last little play out because it's the moment we all be waiting for. It's Julia Church. She is such an incredible singer-songwriter. She's going to be playing, I think for the first time live, her single, A Marionette, on the LUCKDOWN. And you heard her speak about it. I think it's just awesome that we're getting the first time play of the song. It's not every day we get an exclusive on the LUCKDOWN. We've got one today. So guys, thank you so much. We've gone a little bit over time, but who's counting the time? We're all on lockdown still, level 2. And hopefully we'll see you guys next week. It's going to be a bumper episode next week with so much to share with you. Thank you so much for all your love, guys. Until next time, look after each other. Good night and good luck. This is Julia Church on the LUCKDOWN.
Hey everyone, thank you so much to Good Luck for having me on their LUCKDOWN stream. I am going to be playing a new one called Marionette. I've never played it before and it's out next month, so I hope you enjoy. Dress me up, pull the wires before they rust, 'cause I feel no fire, just see a match. Glued to the bed like a lovelorn marionette. Oh, I'm a liar, there are strings attached. La 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 la, la 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 la. I wanna be timeless, ticking away and feeling all the more lifeless. Why am I like this? La 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 la, la 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 la. I wanna be easy, but not in the way he wants me, but never needs me, too ready to leave me. La 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 la, la 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 la. Star of the show, take me where you wanna go. I'll read my lines with my eyes shut. Silver and red, little hearts of marionettes. I'll be just fine, I'll live without your love. La 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 la, la 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 la. I wanna be timeless, ticking away and feeling all the more lifeless. Why am I like this? La 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 la, la 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 la. I wanna be easy, but not in the way he wants me, but never needs me, too ready to leave me. La 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 la, la 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 la. Da 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 da, la 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 la. Oh da 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 da. Oh da 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 da. La 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 la, la 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 la. I wanna be timeless, ticking away and feeling all the more lifeless. Why am I like this? La 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 la, la 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 la. I wanna be easy, but not in the way he wants me, but never needs me, too ready to leave me. La 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 la, la 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 la.
Go directly to what's happening.
The coronavirus pandemic.
Yes.